close goal again. It's going to be real hard work. Salem cuts off the Venables challenge, and then he reels the ball in, could get penalised. 5th or 6th ball up on this wing in a row.
Every possession, every decision critical from here on in. Vardy comes off Sheed through the hands of McDonald, put head down. He's in awful trouble here. What's the decision?
Well, he has to be gone for holding the ball, doesn't he?
That has been the change, hasn't it, Billy? If you duck your head, that's your prior opportunity.
West Coast.
Dropping the mark was his first mistake, and then he was locked up. Lysett comes from a long way back. This arm wrestle has become engrossing in this last 30 seconds. Getting clearances from stoppages is imperative. The lead is 1. Jones, Gawn, off to Tyson and Salem. Clever kick and gets it to Brayshaw, as Peter Bell suggested. The helmet's off, but he keeps his head just when he needed to.
Fritz into a little bit of space. Hannon. Shepard decides not to come. It was a bad blue. Look at this over the top. Melksham's going to mark and run into an open goal. Melbourne are back in front, and they're back in the 8. So brilliant stuff from Jake Melksham. And Melksham has milked his 3rd goal. What does Adam Simpson do now? Melbourne by 5, Jimmy.
Well, Shepard would normally roll up there, but because he slipped over, he had to quickly go back and take his man, McDonald, which allowed them to get that extra number over the back. Just unfortunate slip there from Shepard.
Adam Simpson calling for a water. Could be time for something stronger if you're in his position.
This has been, we all know West Coast are a top 2 side, so they're a great side, but this has been a great fight from Melbourne, regardless of what happens to them today.
We're learning a lot about this Demons outfit, and for most of today, it's been positive. They're back in front. Brayshaw's helmet's back on as well. Gawn gets some good purchase off the deck. Hannon, body on body with Hearn. Another Melbourne goal would make it really difficult for the Eagles. Hearn's at the base of all that. And we get a chance to reload. Players fatiguing, warm day in Perth. And the Demons who've led for all bar about 5 minutes of this one.
Remember, a lot of talk. Melbourne haven't beaten anyone in the top 9 sides. Well, here's their opportunity to beat a top 2er. Wiedemann wheels around on the left boot. High ball deep inside 50. Melksham's there again. So is McDonald. High tackle on Cole. And Cole's got the free in the back pocket here. Melbourne by 5. Kicking down to the 5-minute mark. Remaining. Cole told to go, and he does. Long ball down the line, Salem and Shepard. Over the top, Yeo. 3rd man up, arrived late. Marked it off his hip. Elliot Yeo turns around, good-looking ball here. Lacroix used the body brilliantly. Peels off the handball. Always wanted his left foot, Sheed. Turns back inside now, goes to a 2-on-1. Lewis needs to mark, and he does.
Had a couple of options there, Dom Sheed. Lewis with the cool head. Jones and Brayshaw's on the wing.
At what stage can Melbourne pull the shutters down, Jimmy? I mean, we've got 4.5 minutes left. What stage do you think?
Well, I think they've already rolled the extra one around the back. They've got Lewis down there as a spare defender. He and Hibbert are swapping it up. So I think they've already got the spare defender. It's whether they bring the extra just to sit back off.
I think another goal required for Melbourne to feel comfortable.
They'll just play this style of footy down the line. If they don't mark it, get the ball out of bounds.
Still 4 minutes to play,
yes.
so ample time for the Eagles. It would be
It's a long time.
a long time to try and hold on. Big pack. Harms is there, beaten to it by Redden. Hand pass weighted superbly for McGovern. And now they break. Obliging bounce for Cripps. McGovern once and twice breaks free. They're treading the boundary line here. Brilliant smother by Salem. Across to Lewis. Now Oliver. Fritsch involved. On the wing. Kicks for distance. Barras in best position. McDonald halves the contest. Barras keeps it alive. In turn to Cole. Goes to ground. Somehow found a way. Back to Barras, who's hurt himself. Gawn at the 50. Loads up. It's Hearn. And he gives it off to Marston. And suddenly It's Melbourne doing all the attacking.
Well, smart play by the Eagles because they can't afford to concede the behind either. That would be a 6-point margin and more likely a draw than anything. So not wanting to concede the behind, good play.
You mentioned it a long time to go, but Melbourne backed themselves to play the game in a contest. So they want to play that down the line footy now for the last 3 minutes.
Melbourne 6 games interstate this year, have won 5 of them. Will this be another? McGovern got the little handball off. Here they go. Remember, Melbourne have got the extra behind the footy. That player has now come up in Jordan Lewis. Here's Harms. Harms a centering ball. Good kick. Game hinges on this. Kick is a big kick of the ball. Distance won't be a problem. He is directly in front. The game now hinges on this kick. Kent kicks the goal. Melbourne will play finals, I reckon.
It's really
2:15. They'd have to kick 2 goals in 2 minutes.
Sorry, BT. Really smart play from Christian Salem. He went straight to Kent and said, take your full time. If you can sap some clock as well, great work.
So Kent directly in front. Umpires told him to go. His time's running out. Oh, very close to the man on the mark. Long ball. It's a goal. Will this see Melbourne into the finals for the first time since 2006? On the road against the top 2 side in the West Coast Eagles. They have been brilliant all day. Lead by 11 points with 2 minutes remaining.
Just great pressure by the Melbourne mids. And what a ball from Harms. And Dean Kent back in the side, originally from WA. A dagger through the heart of the West Coast Eagles.
So the extra defender now for the D's again. Bailey Fritsch straight off the bench.
No time to waste for the Eagles, but Brayshaw wins the clearance. Doesn't get contact on the boot. He goes again. Taken down by Shuey. And precious seconds ticking away. Melbourne inching their way towards an incredible victory against a top 2 team, let alone a top 8 side. Petrarca. And here it comes into the hands of Melksham. And just outside the goal square, he will take 30 seconds off the clock and potentially make it a 3-possession game.
Yeah, he shouldn't even start his approach here until there's about 3 seconds to go.
He's got to be careful, though, because if you deliberately waste time in this position, Jimmy, they can call play on.
But he can make this look like he's trying to snap the footy.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If you do it in an obvious fashion, like he is, watching the scoreboard, he's telling him that's exactly right.
Told to go, but the heartache of 2017 is replaced by sheer joy. The Demons will be part of September.
Just to clarify that point, so he can use his full 30, providing it's part of his normal preparation. What he should do is put the ball on the ground, pull up his socks and make it look, instead of standing there staring at the scoreboard and making it obvious that you're wasting time, go through a preparation.
Yeah, put the cell on. Yeah, stick the mouth guard and the sock, do the laces up.
Players have got to be aware of that.
3 goals in the last quarter for Jake Melksham. In the live ladder, we mentioned Melbourne. That'll secure them a finals berth, obviously, with that huge percentage.
And what this does is expose West Coast in the top 2, because Collingwood and Hawthorn are lurking dangerously and they'll have a good enough percentage to challenge West Coast next week in terms of the top 2 position. Petrarca. It's been a very together Melbourne, a resilient Melbourne. We saw it from the moment they came onto the ground. They have been brilliant.
West Coast have Brisbane next week, so if they get that win, they'll secure that top 2 position.
Call to move it on, Kent. Just the 15, but it's been a tough season for Melbourne. They've had their critics. They've lost Jesse Hogan. But what they have done this afternoon is beaten a real contender. It'll be a West Coast free kick. Tom Barras, the recipient. But suddenly 55,000 plus fans have become awfully quiet.
It's a clear free, mate.
Barras heads down the middle as the Eagles have to do. Lycett-Camp in front. Chi is there. Now Hearn. Arms. Brayshaw digs it out. And the Eagles get it back to their captain. Venables takes the mark. But it was labelled D-Day for the Melbourne Football Club. They've made it. They're in September, and they've done it in spectacular fashion.